How do you do, fellow kids?
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. So we got a major problem on our channel. It's that we're optimists, and that means you got to bring a lot of energy. So it's really easy to sit there and be like a lobotomized NPC and just absorb all of the media and all the preconceived narratives that have been digested for you and just blah, like just the Majority Report, right? Or the Young Turks. You just blah, you just like essentially repeat the lines that have been fed to you day and night. We, on the other hand, have to actually create narratives, and that takes a lot of work. And we have to actually keep up the energy. That means you have to have something to be hopeful for in the future. And so we are not black-pilled, we are not doomers, and we do our best to stay optimistic. And so when a piece of data comes across our feed that actually gives us hope, hot damn, man, we are like Gollum with the ring. We're like, yes, my precious, check this out. This is my precious right now. I've been obsessing over this data. High school boys are trending conservative. This actually makes a ton of sense, and we'll get into all of that, but let's read the article first from The Hill, and The Hill reporting on a number of scientific studies showing that high school boys, let's jump down here, are actually skyrocketing in their approval of conservatism and of morality and of common sense and of hatred for the systems that oppress. And that is a wonderful thing here. Check it out. Okay, let's read here. Popular narrative suggests that young people are libs and are getting more liberal. Thus, social media buzzed with a chart that surfaced that seemed to suggest that 12th grade boys have become overwhelmingly conservative. Uh-oh, what's that about? With many viral Reddit posts, the truth was more complicated, but the numbers do say this. 12th grade boys are nearly twice as likely to identify as conservative versus liberal, according to a respected federal survey on America's youth. The annual survey over the last 3 years, roughly 1/4 of high school seniors self-identified as conservative or very conservative on the Monitoring the Future survey, a scholarly endeavor that dates back to the 1970s. Only 13% of boys identified as liberal before they were shoved inside of a locker and had their lunch money stolen. So this is a really, really good sign for us. This is a large-scale study with thousands of questionnaires delivered. But I can tell you this, from a pragmatic sense, this data makes perfect sense to me. I speak at a lot of Turning Point events. I've been involved very closely in that organization. It is wild to go and speak at these events and to see the amount of young people, the amount of people that are cheering in the front of the crowd, the bike racks, the big metal racks that need to be brought in like a rock concert to keep the kids from rushing the stage. When Donald Trump or Tucker Carlson get up and speak, it is pandemonium. It is packed. We just left Palm Beach, 7,000 people, most of them young people, packed in to listen to the likes of the people that come on our show and are the real movers and shakers inside the conservative movement. There's nothing even remotely like that for the left. And I think that's something that doesn't get talked about enough, is that there are no vectors for young people on the left to be excited about politics at all. You'll see here in this data that when Barack Obama won the presidency in 2008, that was the only time in recent history that being liberal sort of spiked above the popularity of being conservative with young men. Jumping in a little bit further, this Twitter user, who's the president of the UD Republicans, so this guy's a young right-winger here, says, our generation of young men have grown up entirely with a declining society. They've been told to hate themselves based on their race and gender. They've been subjected to lockdowns and ghoulish ideas being pushed on them. They have never got to experience America when it was great, when it was something to be respected. A new generation of right-wingers will be the most extreme, intelligent, and ruthless in history. That's right, because we are going to have to claw back and save our country. I just want to note once again that this is data that has been played out across multiple studies here. Check this out. This went viral on Reddit. 2/3 of 12th grade boys now identify as conservative, a stark contrast with the girls. their girl classmates. And they're going to say here, so here are the 12th grade girls is the dark line, and the 12th grade boys is the lighter line here. So you're going to see this hockey stick up. And then you're going to see the 12th grade girls. This is them identifying as conservative. The girls have an inversion here, and you can see that later on in the data. This is the girls, and girls are saying, effectively sort of staying. If you were to do a trend line here, this would be effectively staying equal, right? Girls had like the number of conservative girls since 1975. If you were to do a median there, you'd be able to effectively say, it's the same. It's about the same. Muddled average 15%, right? What do you have here? 14%, 14%. Yeah, 15%. Some spikes, some valleys. But they're saying here's this hockey stick where these younger girls are predominantly saying that they are liberal. But here's why you shouldn't care about that at all. Is because social contagion through the vectors of social media and TikTok, Instagram, allows for young women to want to be part, of course, of the in-group. And all they have absorbed is the in-group inside of these vectors of these specific social media companies. And so they are brainwashed effectively into liberal tautology before entering the real world. Entering the real world will be a massive smash in the face to these people, and they'll realize how painful it is to pay your taxes, how difficult it is to pay off your student loans, how corrupt our government is, and how hard it is to make a buck out there. And they will become conservative quickly. And based on the data, they will, if they marry, they will be marrying a conservative man. And you won't have a house divided, especially when you become a mother. You will swiftly swing to the right. So I don't really care about this. This isn't real. This, on the other hand, shows no sign of inverting. And that is a wonderful thing. The article goes on to say young women are trending liberal, yada, yada. Again, that doesn't matter to me. They go on to state that according to the experts, Jean Twenge, author and professor, psychology at San Diego University, presented the data in her new book, Generations, and she sums it up like this. Among liberals, the future is female, and among conservatives, the future is male. So, libs, you are going to be stuck with AOC. AOC is going to be your champion for the rest of your lives. Dudes, we can have Josh Hawley, Byron Donalds, Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump. Take a pick. Matt Gaetz. We'll also take our Lauren Boeberts and our Marjorie Taylor Greenes. So you can have it, libs. I mean, we don't really, and honestly, like, I will take this bet. I will take this bet any single day of the week. Any day of the week. What matters now is for men, young men, to stay the course, to understand that we can create a different and better America together, and that if we don't out, then we can create families, buy land, and instill a future for our children based on the values that we all share. And that's why they have to ban people like Tucker Carlson and Andrew Tate. You got it? Because they are the ones who coalesce all of that. And we're doing our part here, ladies and gentlemen, to end communism. Like, share, and subscribe to our channels and be uplifted just a little bit by data that shows not all is lost. Your white pill for the day.